Hey, Dante, I thought I heard... Look, I'm sorry, guys. I'll pretend I was never...
No, listen, dude.
Please, don't run. This is your home, too. We should have remembered that.
Obviously, this is my fault. I should have been thinking. We'll come up with a communication system, all right? I mean, we could go to your house instead.
Yes.
Too.
Oh, you guys, you don't have to do that. I mean, this is where you live.
No, this is where you live, too.
Look, I just don't want to be an inconvenience to everybody.
No, it is not like that. You have no idea how desperate everyone was to get you home.
Look, it's not a big deal. We'll just figure out something, okay? Forget it. You good?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, tell me how'd it go at Carly's after I left?
Well, Jax took over. We put guards in place and hired drivers for everybody.
Really? Well, that's good. I mean, I'm glad Carly did that. She called Jax, she called the cops. I mean, that wasn't her first instinct, but it was the right thing to do. I mean, civilians shouldn't be trying to mess with Franco.
You think you can stop him this time?
I don't know. I mean, it's not going to be easy. Franco's a different kind of monster, and he knows how to fly under the radar. I mean, he's been killing people for years all over the world, and no one's been able to get a read on the guy. When he decides to come into the light, it's on his own terms, not ours. I mean, he puts crime scene photos on the walls of galleries, and it opens the doors and invites the world in to see. I mean, that takes a lot of nerve.
Franco's fixated on Jason. I mean, that makes everybody that Jason cares about a target. And that includes my brother and my sisters. Is there any way the cops can wrap this thing up quickly?
Yeah, we're going to do everything we can. He's outsmarted law enforcement once before, actually more than once before, I'm sorry to say, but there is a plan in place, and we need Jason to implement it.
Well, he's in Penville. How would you do that?
He'd get a conditional release.
That's great. What?
Well, it depends on who you're asking.
What's the problem?
They want me to agree to take Jason into my custody. I'm just not sure I'm willing to do that.
Johnny?
Wait, if you could stop Franco, why wouldn't you go along with Jason's release?
I'd like to know the answer to that, too.
Okay, you two are missing the 3 magic words. In my custody. If he decides to take off for parts unknown, the court's going to hold me responsible. They could then charge me as an accessory, and I'll be sent to Pentonville in place of Jason.
Okay, well, that's not going to work because Jason hates you, and when Franco's caught, if he's even caught, there's no guarantee that Jason wouldn't take off just to make sure you get thrown in prison.
You want to weigh in?
You want my opinion?
Yeah, you know Jason better than either of us.
Well, I know that Jason wants to stop Franco. And he will do anything, and he will stick around until that happened. Afterwards, I don't know. If it were me, I'd do whatever it took to stay out of Pentonville.
I gotta talk to Claire.
Does that mean you're gonna agree?
Well, I think I have to.
Why? Even Michael thinks there's a chance that Jason will leave you twisting in the wind.
I thought it was important to do the right thing, even though it would cost Michael. I can't hold myself to a lower standard because it'll cost me.
Hi. Michael, oh my God. Look at you. Oh, sorry, you probably don't remember me. I'm Brooklyn, I'm your cousin.
Oh.
I used to babysit you.
Yeah, I remember you. Well, it's been a long time. You look different.
Oh, thank you. You too.
Yeah, Dante's not here, but you're more than welcome to hang out or chill if you want.
Okay, yeah, sure. Just for a little bit. So, this place must be a lot nicer than prison.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, and I bet the food sucked, right?
You have no idea.
Mm-hmm. Well, lucky for you, I'm an amazing cook. So I can make you dinner sometime if you want.
Really?
Yeah, of course. I mean, take your time, settle in. It's an open offer, just say when.
Thanks, that's really nice.
Of course. You know, for a guy that just got out of Pentonville, you don't seem too happy.
Yeah. It's a little hard to celebrate when Jason's still inside.
Yeah, I understand. pretty amazing what he did for you. Going to jail to protect you.
Well, that's just the kind of guy he is. And he laid down his life for my family. And I feel like it's my fault that he's still inside. And then I find out that there's conditions on my release, and I can't even see my dad. And I miss him. I get why the judge doesn't want me around my dad. That's not exactly a healthy environment for kids. I mean, I spend entire nights up worrying about my brother and my sisters. But he's still my dad, and I love him.
Of course you do. You know what, kiddo? I think that your dad ends up being the scapegoat a lot of the time. You know, blame it on Sonny. It's convenient. But I am really sorry that you can't see your dad. But give it time, you know, Dante. He can soften up, and maybe you can use that time to actually make him see your dad in a better light and bring them closer together.